deep end, we're alive, living life underwater. Let's spend all we've got getting buzzed. You pretend you're a god, I believe I'm a soldier. We play hide and seek till you draw. Love ain't got nothing on me, bad boy. Running, I'll catch you on my own, boy. No, love ain't got nothing on me, bad boy. I'm crazy for playing the only because Venus is my mother. I've got my girls for life. Freedom is my sister. I've got my girls, got my girls.
So the Rockstar Chase qualifying sees David Long finish on pole position from Keith Cowie and David Hrabowski, with Robbie Wiper running out the front two rows off the grid. Kieran Gallagher's in P5 with Ian Hoggins 6. John Wallace in 7th with 8th place going to Michael Foster. Mark Geraghty in 9th and Neil Methvin rounds out the top 10. Welcome to the inaugural Rockstar Chase race here at Knockhill Racing Circuit, and it's backing itself up with round 1 of Super Lap Scotland here at Knockhill, and the cars are already rolling round the rolling lap at the hairpin. On pole position we have got David Long, alongside him Keith Cowie, two very fast men, David Hrabowski, Robbie Wiper and Kieran Gallagher coming from the British Touring Car paddock to the SLS paddock, finding himself at home as we make our way up towards the lights, and we wait for them to go out here, and it'll be the chase down towards Duffus Dip for the first time of asking, and away we go. Let's hope everybody makes a nice clean start in this first ever chase race, and they do, thankfully. And it's David Long who leads in towards turn number 3. McIntyre's chased hard by a full pack of cars as they all make their way round. McIntyre's down through Butchers and up over the Arnold Clark chicane, but Long leads from Cowie and Wiper. Gallagher's up to 4th place with Ian Hoggins, a newcomer to Super Lap Scotland, showing well in his Honda. His ALM backed Honda, and that looks like Stephen Henderson still running, going up towards Clark's. He's about to go past Colin Dorward, and he does. He makes a good manoeuvre there for Stephen Henderson, a man who's been plagued with reliability problems. Let's just hope that that car can hold it together and he can see out this first race. Round towards the hairpin for the first time of asking we go. Beautiful weather conditions here at Knockhill Racing Circuit, and as we see the guys coming through Clark's and Hislops, we wait to pick them up at the hairpin. And it looks it's almost about a second lead for David Long already, so he's starting to stretch his little legs in that Caterham as he comes in. Nice late turn in there. Keith Cowie defends a little bit from Robbie Wiper. He obviously feels a bit of a threat from the man in the Mitsubishi Evo 8 who's coming up behind them there. And then we've got the battling Clios. We're going to have to keep our eyes on Foster and McNabb. Those guys will be at it hammer and tongue all the way through. And the BMW Compact, Fergus Payton goes through the back, makes it now. Somebody's in the pits, yes, David Hrabowski. The big Hrabowski looks like he's retiring already, so a disaster for David Hrabowski. Now, is that turbo pipe problems again? We will find out, no doubt, but a great shame for David Hrabowski. A talented man, all action, but unfortunately all pit lane just now. Foster and McNabb both going through the shop. These guys are going to be glued together, not just in the Chase Series, but also in Super Lap Scotland themselves. They're both in the same class this year, and they're both battling very, very hard. Ian Hoggins using a nice bit of sausage curb at the chicane as he goes through and makes his way up the back straight, and John Wallace was all over the back of him as well. McNabb with a nice late lunge there, didn't see that one coming. I don't think Foster saw that coming either. Commentator was caught a little bit off guard there, but Stephen McNabb thought about it and then realised it's possibly a little bit too late. Now, 777 Ian Hoggins, the ALM car. Now that car was only finished last night at about 1 o'clock in the morning. Well, that would be today actually, yes. That's when it was finished getting built. It's a very, very last minute affair. But thankfully, oh yeah, Stephen Henderson, we heard that going through the hairpin there. We could hear him fishing for gears. And Stephen Henderson rolls the Sylvia Riot to the top of the travel. Turn right, Steve Goodman. He turns down the top of the travel, so a great shame for him. Yet another mechanical problem for Stephen Henderson as Ian Hoggins gets a little bit keen with our gravel trap at the exit of Clark's. And look at this coming around the hairpin. The two Clios giving Mark Geraghty a right hard time. The Mini Cooper Cup car, Mark Geraghty under all sorts of problems, but look at that. McNabb goes up the inside and passes Foster. Foster repays it on the exit. Does he get through? No, I don't think he does. Stevie McNabb is a little bit better on the hairpin exit there, and he holds that position over Michael Foster just now. That's sure to change again as the race goes on. So Mark Geraghty under huge pressure as he comes through Clarkson, right to the inside of the road, defending from Stevie McNabb, who has quite a lot of headlights on, and that would have been giving Mark Geraghty a fair bit of distraction. And McNabb makes a move stick. That's a good move from Stevie McNabb. Remember, this is his first race. Nice bit of braking at the hairpin there, and just closed the door on the Celtic Speed Mini Cooper Cup champion. Mark Geraghty unable to get back down the inside there, but it wasn't through lack of trying. As we look from turn 3 McIntyres and pick Robbie Wiper up with a little flame coming out the underneath of that Mitsubishi Evo 8. Do like that car, very tidy, almost like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Up the back straight he goes in hot pursuit of Keith Cowie. Now Keith Cowie's going to have to get a wriggle on here because Robbie Wiper is closing him down as we decide to go back into the pack again. Yes, now both Clios have got past Mark Geraghty's Mini. Foster looks at the inside, McNabb has nothing off it. Stevie McNabb misses his apex, he goes in that quickly there, and unable to capitalise on that was Michael Foster. And you could just see how quick Geraghty and the Mini is through there, but these cars are all very evenly matched around Knockhill Racing Circuit's 1.2 miles of track, which is great to see. Mark Geraghty will be trying very hard to get back past these little Clios. If anything, got to say the Clios might have a slight advantage as they make their way up the hill. This is where horsepower does definitely help, and also downforce helps. Now look at David Long, he's put a back wing on that Caterham, and he's also put a front wing on that Caterham, so that's helping put a little bit of downforce on the nose and giving him traction through the high speed corners as well. Look at this though, these guys in these Clios absolutely glued together, and if anything they've pulled away quite a bit from Mark Geraghty now, and yeah, won't be making him very happy, that's for sure. As we go up the back straight towards Clark Corner once again, past the John Young Signs sheds and the marshals on the inside, as we go back into the pack and pick up with Neil Methin and Colin Dorward. Colin, a guest in this series, driving one of Paul Curtis's Fiesta STs, which do the club racing here at Knockhill Racing Circuit. And Dorward, we normally see him in his Mitsubishi Evo. Yeah, that is the Super Lap Scotland outright champion as well. He has a go at Neil Methin at the hairpin as David Long passes both of Neil Methin. I have to say he was possibly caught out a bit there now. Has he picked up a problem for Neil Methin, or was he just caught out by David Long and then a bit of a lunge from Colin Dorward? Well, he's away up the straight anyway, but look at this coming towards the hairpin now. McNabb under all sorts of pressure from Foster. Foster going down the outside. That's never going to work, Michael. It's going to look good in the cameras though if you can hold it on the outside. Up the main straight, not to be. McNabb almost playing with Michael Foster there, just giving him enough room. Good bit of respect for both drivers. But then Foster tries to sell him a dummy going in towards McIntyres, and McNabb, well, he saw that one coming from quite a distance. But Stevie McNabb looks like he's just driving in his mirror now, spending a little bit more time looking behind him as he gets very, very keen on the curb coming through the chicane. And again, defending, see him, he sits the car in the middle of the road going into Clark's, so ultimately that's going to hurt your exit speed. This time Foster plants his Clio up the inside, and there's absolutely nothing Stevie McNabb can do about that one. That was coming from quite a distance back, and these guys fighting really, really hard on track. Now you've got to remember they've both come from track days, but they've never been allowed to overtake like this, so this is brand new territory to both these guys. And Foster with a big moment at Clark's, sideways into the gravel trap, and that's going to hurt him towards the hairpin. And here comes David Long up behind them, and David Long's about to go flashing past him at the hairpin. He takes one car there, Michael Foster, and Steve McNabb stays quite wide, gives David Long a nice bit of room and respect. But look at this, Keith Cowie under huge pressure. Now I did say Robbie Wiper was coming, and he's hunted him down over this 10 lap race. He's caught him, and can he get past him? Well, catching's one thing, passing definitely another, especially when you get to the latter stages of a race when the brakes probably not as good as what they were, tyres are past their best, driver fatigue might be setting in because these guys not used to doing a race. They're normally a Super Lap Scotland 1 or 2 lap dash. So let's see what has Robbie Wiper got left in the locker in that number 76 Mitsubishi as they come through Clark's. Keith Cowie with the headlights on tries to defend round towards hip and sits the car in the middle of the track. Wiper's almost on the grass and inside. Good grief, that's not what you want to be doing. But look at him on the brakes, very keen. Can he get that thing slowed down? Wow, what a move by Robbie Wiper. That was pretty sensational stuff there. Round the outside on the brakes, cut across the nose of Keith Cowie, no contact, fabulous stuff, and a great second place for Robbie Wiper there. David Long, your race winner. Keith Cowie loses that on the very last corner, loses that second place, comes home in third. Kieran Gallagher in the white golf there gets fourth place, and Ian Hoggins we're going to see coming through for a fine fifth place in his debut. So that was the Rockstar Chase Race, the first ever one at Knockhill Racing Circuit for Superlap Scotland, round 1. We look forward to seeing you guys at round 2, which will be the 16th and 17th of June. So the whole idea behind the Rockstar Energy Chase Series handicap race is there is a target time for each class. If you get close to that target time, you have more chance of winning. If you go underneath that target time, again, even bigger chance of winning. So Superlap Scotland round 1, the Chase race, sees David Long winner on the road from Robbie Wiper and Keith Cowie. Kieran Gallagher's fourth with Ian Hoggins in fifth place. David Long takes the first ever victory in the Rockstar Energy Chase Series. Congratulations, you were dominant in that race. You had a little bit of traffic to deal with, but your lap times were absolutely bang on. I see the car spurted a few wings over the year. There's obviously been a bit of development through the winter.
Yeah, we've put some wings on it. Basically, the aero is the biggest thing that's improved the time, so I'm about half a second quicker. Probably a bit with the track as well, but yes, it was going well with the car.
Is it something you can see yourself maybe doing a little bit more of the Chase Series?
I loved it, yeah. I'm back for the next one, yeah.
Yeah, it's a definite great addition to the day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant, and I suspect it looked good as well. It certainly felt good, and even just lapping cars added to the excitement of it all. It was good.